Welcome back, Move to Vapor fans. This is Jason, and I'm with Jason from Treehouse Canopy, a company that specializes in growing materials as well as CBD and THC education. I figured he'd be a great resource for talking about our HoneyRoot Wellness Delta 8 disposable devices and cartridges. So we're going to get into that here in just a moment.
So Delta 8 is derived from hemp, whereas Delta 9 is derived from marijuana or cannabis. The Delta 8 is a slightly different experience in that Delta 8 gives you the same health benefits without the extreme euphoric feelings. There's also less side effects. My experience with the Honeywell Delta 8s was more relaxed, more comfortable, and I didn't have some of the side effects that you would experience with marijuana or medical marijuana in the munchies or fatigue afterward. I felt energized, and I enjoy the product. I think Delta 8 is a good move, and a lot of shops are starting to carry it now, like Move to Vapor, and I think it's a great product to have out. It's a wonderful alternative to people who either can't get a medical card and still want the health benefits of Delta 8 and the cannabinoids from hemp.
Gotcha. And that kind of draws the question is, let's talk about these medical benefits. And one of the reasons that I was drawn to Delta 8, I have not yet gotten to play with it, but I have played with the CBD a little bit, is I actually have pretty significant peripheral neuropathy, which means that, my feet or my legs or my hands have a tingly or painful sensation pretty regularly. And I've heard other people picking up the Delta 8 as a way to kind of mute and combat that. Is that something that seems viable, or is that just one of those wives' tales you hear on the internet?
Well, I'm a Missouri medical patient myself. I suffer from severe scoliosis, and so I have a similar understanding when it comes to the pain that you experience. I have a lot of the similar symptoms, and I found that these Delta 8 carts were very helpful in the relief of all the same pain ailments that I experience. Like I said, without the extreme euphoric feelings, I could definitely smoke Delta 8 and not feel delimited by the types of chores or daily tasks that I would have.
Excellent. And, the people say that there is a psychotropic effect going along with that. So, originally CBD was really touted as being, good for anxiety patients, this, that, and the other. But I hear Delta 8 is even more in line with being a good way to calm down, good way to deal with stress, anxiety. Is that something that you can validate?
Absolutely. The calming and relaxation effect is probably the most pronounced effect that you're going to get from Delta 8. The joint pain and typical nerve pain that I have were also greatly reduced with Delta 8. And I think anybody who's a current CBD user that wants the discretion of carts, I think that's the biggest factor is discretionary use and the ability to medicate and relieve yourself without having to take a pill or to have to combust something or smoke something that involves rolling it up or putting it in a pipe or something like that.
Gotcha. And that is kind of a question. Pardon me. I know that people with a medical card, if they're not doing like an edible type format, they're going combustion mode, and that of course has a telltale scent.
Sure.
Nothing, no judgment there, but you can kind of tell somebody who's had to get into cannabis. Did you notice any of the telltale markers? What did it smell? What did it taste like when you were playing with the cart?
Most carts that I've experienced now all have an enhanced profile when it comes to taste, smell, flavor, and the Delta 8s didn't disappoint. These Honeywell carts didn't disappoint in that category. The taste and smell was wonderful, but more importantly, the effects. I've had quite a few CBD carts, but I found that the Delta 8 carts are really effective and keep me energized to be able to complete stuff.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, just as a roundabout, somebody who doesn't know anything about, cannabinoids, Inside joke, folks. Anybody who doesn't know about, the cannabis-based, Delta 9, but is looking for, maybe a stopgap that isn't quite there, like you said, not quite to the medical card, what would you say a typical user could expect from their first time touching a Delta 8 card if they've had Delta 8 cart or disposable, if they've never experienced a THC derivative before? What can they expect?
So a Delta 8 cart versus smoking medical marijuana is going to be a different experience for sure. You might experience a lot of the benefits that you would from medical marijuana, like happy, euphoric, energized, if you will, calm, relaxed. All of those things are all benefits that you would get from THC too, right? But THC is, like I said, a little more hindering, and I don't think you're going to experience that with these carts. The first person who's going to smoke this cart might think, oh, this is great, I feel great, I want to get out, I want to maybe vacuum, get them chores done, or go out and mow the lawn, or,
right,
need to go to the grocery store and get some shopping done, and not feel delimited. THC is definitely going to be a factor. Like, I wouldn't even get behind the wheel of a car after you've done that, whereas a Delta 8 cart, you can absolutely do that.
All right. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to leave it to you for any final thoughts, and then I think we're going to call it here. I'm going to have some fun playing with this video as I, A, can't pronounce things, and B, don't feel like I'm the most prepared for this particular video, so I really appreciate you coming out from from Treehouse Canopy and just talking about this particular product with us today.
Sure.
Do you have a phone number or something you want to throw out there? Just
You can reach me at Treehouse Canopy 5 days a week. We are at 866-420-TREE. That's 8733. And we sell everything that you need. We'll teach you how to grow indoors, outdoors, and we teach extraction methods, how to make things. But if you are not a medical card holder, this is the best alternative that you have that's on the market currently, hands down. I can't think of anything else that you can use without a medical card in this state. So for right now, options like Move to Vapor and Treehouse are really your two places to be able to get either certified for the state to be medically legal to use cannabis, or you can come to Move to Vapor and get your Delta 8 carts. And I really do like these. I think you guys should come and check them out. Thanks for having me, Jason.
Hey, I appreciate it, Jason. And we're going to go ahead and call it here. Be sure to check out our other videos. We've got more coming. As always, have a great one. I'm going to have plenty of outtakes. I like doing the outtakes because those are funny. Cannabinoid, like marijuana, but with fewer of the side effects.
It's cannabinoid. Cannabinoid.
Is it?
Cannabinoid.
And that, boys and girls, is our first outtakes.
Cannabinoid.
I almost wish I had.
Cannabinoid. Cannabinoid.
Well, now we know, and knowing's half the
battle.
battle.
You got it, buddy.
One more time.
All right, here we go.
With feeling.
So ready. Where are we starting?
Right here at the beginning because
okay.
Reasons.
Okay.
Okay.
Cannabinoids. 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 Cannabinoids.